Fox Carolina. The 4 o'clock news starts now with a First Alert Weather Day update.
And that First Alert Weather Day comes tomorrow as heavy rain moves in. It starts tonight, and look at that. It picks up into the morning commute just in time for folks getting to work. Schools have gone on e-learning, at least a few of them in the upstate. We'll go through all of that and what we're going to be up against throughout the day Tuesday.
And state officials warning some parents to test your child for lead poisoning. This after a recall item was still found on shelves. What you need to know.
Plus, the house at the center of the Murdaugh family murders is up for auction online. When it will go live.
And plus, President Joe Biden made his way to the Palmetto State today, the church he visited and why. Thanks for joining us here for the 4 o'clock news. I'm Kari Beal.
And I'm Tori. Carmen. Happy Monday to everyone. We want to start with that first alert forecast because we've been talking about it and we're tracking that first alert weather day come tomorrow. We have team coverage for you. This is going to be a big one. We have Chief Meteorologist Kendra Kent. We have our meteorologist Brian Bachman, and they're breaking down exactly the timing of what we're going to see tomorrow. And you can see, Kari, we have a really nice Monday today.
Yeah, we want to take it live there. You can see Clemson University. Beautiful day today. Great day to get outside, but tomorrow, completely a different story. Kendra, what can you tell us?
Yeah, things go downhill overnight tonight. So we're talking about this event happening very, very soon. We've got a few light showers just out to our west, even a little snow mixed in the high terrain of Georgia. But here's the main event. All the heavy rain and potential thunderstorm activity down toward Louisiana, the Gulf Coast, and a front that's making its way into Arkansas, even some snow associated with this system. It's a big one, just like we were talking about earlier. We've got a flood watch in effect. That's going to be our primary threat with this system, but we've got multiple threats, unfortunately. The flood watch is from midnight tonight until 7 p.m. tomorrow. That's when we're expecting to have that heavy rain come down. And when it comes to how much rain we could see, we're looking at potentially 3 to 4 inches in areas like Greenville, Easley, Cashers over toward Rabun County and up toward Hendersonville could see upwards of 6 inches of rain. That's on the high end, but that's what is potential. That's what some of our data is showing, and a little bit less the farther south you go. But right along the 85 corridor, expecting 3 to 4 inches of rainfall. Plus, we're having a winter weather threat with this. As it's moving in, there's going to be that chance for some freezing rain, sleet, and snow in the mountains at the very beginning. But again, the primary issue for our entire area is going to be that heavy rain that moves through from 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. is going to be the main time frame, and then it's going to start to trail off. With that rain is going to come some gusty wind, and we're going to break that down further coming up. But first, I want to pitch it over to meteorologist Brian Bachman for more on what we can expect with potential severe weather, because there could be a few thunderstorms in the mix too.
Absolutely right, Kendra. On top of everything else you mentioned there, the wintry weather, the heavy rain, the strong winds, severe weather also going to be a possibility with this system that is still pretty well removed to the west of us here this evening. You see this large plume of moisture, scattered showers, some severe storms already moving in across Louisiana, parts of Arkansas. All of that continues to slide our way going into tonight. In fact, we'll march it out in time here, and you can just see big plume of moisture rolling in to our area during the overnight hours tonight with this squall line feature that you actually see here developing immediately ahead of a cold front tomorrow. Looks like that will start to roll through our area roughly between about the 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. time frame, and it's with that line really more than anything else that we see the primary severe weather threat. Now, this is a bit of a step up in terms of the overall severe threat compared to what we were seeing even yesterday. Isolated to scattered severe storms now expected across parts of the area tomorrow, with the threat increasing the farther south and east you go from I-85. Main concern is going to be damaging winds, but we have also seen some growing indications of better ingredients for isolated tornadoes. That risk in our area going to be greatest also south and east of I-85 across southern Spartanburg, southern Greenville counties, over toward Lawrence, Greenwood, Newberry, and in toward Union County, even Abbeville County, most at risk of seeing a potential isolated tornado going into tomorrow, as the probability overall is a 5% risk. But when you consider that that means there's a 5% chance that there's a tornado or a tornado could occur within 25 miles of any point in this area, that's a higher than average chance and certainly not one that we want to take lightly. So to recap here, damaging winds going to be, I think, the more concern, or the more likely scenario that we face, rather, with any severe weather tomorrow. Tornadoes also that possibility, though. Heavy rain, though, absolutely going to be the common denominator for everybody. And as Kendra mentioned, too, especially in parts of western North Carolina, late tonight, early tomorrow morning, a threat of some wintry conditions through the morning commute. So a lot to make sure that you are prepared for. And with the severe weather threat on top of that, make sure that you're also ready to seek shelter if necessary tomorrow afternoon. Much closer look at the full forecast a little bit later on.
All right, Brian, thank you. And with that first alert weather day comes school adjustments. As you can imagine, a lot of schools keeping track of this, some of them closing tomorrow. So here's a list of what we know right now with school closings and online learning. All districts in Anderson County, Cherokee County schools, Greenwood County schools, Lawrence County districts, and Spartanburg County districts will all be closed tomorrow. Again, that's Tuesday, January 9th, because of the weather. We'll continue to update you if we hear of any other school closures and going to e-learning. Now, another earthquake reported in the Midlands just northeast of Columbia and Elgin. It's a hot spot for these quakes. A 2.1 magnitude quake hit just before 1:30 this afternoon. Meanwhile, the Spartanburg County coroner says they're investigating what led to the deaths of 2 people who were found inside of a home that was more than 100 degrees inside. Now, the coroner says they responded to Woodview.